SLT Fibre and experience the power of fibre technology. Sri Lanka's only super fast internet connection. SLT Fibre. Call 1212 now.
Tonight, a new dawn. Former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa is set to take oath tomorrow as Sri Lanka's 7th Executive President with a landmark public mandate. Chairman's request. The President-elect urged by the Election Commission Chairman to hold the disappeared provincial polls. Exodus. A slew of government resignations follows Sajid Premadasa's election defeat. All that and much more coming up on First at 9, this Sunday the 17th of November 2019.
ගොඩක් ගර්ල්ස්ලා ආටිෆිෂල් විදියට පැහැපත් වෙනවා. ස්වභාවික විදියට පැහැපත් වෙන්න Fair and Lovely vitamin therapy දෙන්න. ඔබේ ස්වභාවික පැහැය ආයෙත් ඔබටම.
From AdaDerana, this is AdaDerana First at 9. Live from Studio 24 in Colombo.
Good evening and welcome to First at 9. I'm Dhammika Kanaka. Let's start with your local stories. In what has been widely hailed as a historic presidential election for Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa was voted in as the 7th executive president of the nation. Once all the results were made public, the Elections Commission of Sri Lanka officially declared Rajapaksa to be the official president in waiting. He obtained 52.25% of the total votes cast across the island, while his chief rival, presidential candidate of the New Democratic Front, Sajid Premadasa, only managed 41.99%. This year's election also marked the highest voter turnout in the country's history at 83.72%.
The final result of the 2019 presidential election announced this afternoon showed SLPP presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa achieving an historic win as the nation's 7th executive president. He received 6,924,255 votes from across the island. His rival presidential hopeful from the New Democratic Front, Sajid Premadasa, was only able to secure 5,564,239 votes in his favour. Rajapaksa's victory was therefore secured with a lead of 1,360,016 votes. The former Defence Secretary's victory was secured after winning in 16 districts and receiving the highest number of votes in Gampaha. His highest vote percentage of 67% came from the Matara district. Meanwhile, Sajid Premadasa claimed victory in 6 districts and he received the highest voting percentage of 84% from the Jaffna electoral district. He claimed the northern and eastern votes as well as the Norelia districts. As per the final results, it was Anura Kumara Disanayake who claimed the third place in the presidential race. He obtained 418,553 votes from across the country. Former Army Commander Mahesh Senanayake also received 49,655 from his supporters. Meanwhile, 57% of the postal votes were secured by Rajapaksa during the 2019 presidential election, while Premadasa obtained 31% of the postal votes. As per the final election result of the Colombo district, Gotabaya Rajapaksa secured the top spot with a majority 167,000 of the votes today. He obtained 727,713 votes in his favour, which amounted to 53.19% of the votes. His contender Sajid Premadasa meanwhile secured second place with 559,921 votes in his favour. His voting percentage was 40.92%. Anura Kumara Disanayake secured the third place with 53,803 votes in his favour. Meanwhile, the Gampaha district was also claimed by the president-elect with 361,000 majority votes in the district. He received 855,870 votes in his favour, which amounted to 59.28% of the total votes. However, Rajapaksa lost the Negombo polling division, considered a crucial one following the Easter attacks and his campaign pledges to enhance national security. Sajith Premadasa secured the second place in the district with 494,671 votes in his favour. He, however, lost the Attanagalla polling division, a traditional stronghold of former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga, who extended her support to Premadasa during this presidential election. The president-elect secured 482,920 votes in the Kalutara district with a 59.49% of the total votes cast. Sajith Premadasa was only able to secure 284,213 votes with 35.1% of the total votes. The National People's Power candidate held the third position in the district after securing 27,681 votes. It was noted that Rajapaksa had secured the Berwala polling division, which was led by one of UNP's most vocal MPs, Minister Rajitha Senaratne. Gotabaya Rajapaksa was also able to secure the top spot in the Galle district with 466,148 votes in his favour, translating to 64.26% of the total votes. Sajith Premadasa secured the second place in the district's presidential race with 217,401, which amounted to only 29.97% of the total votes. The SLPP candidate also claimed the Matra district majority votes with 67.25% of the total votes. Received 374,481 votes in the district, while his main contender Sajith Premadasa received 149,026. Anura Kumara Dissanayake held the third spot in the district's presidential race with securing only 23,439 votes in his favour. The Hambantota district was also claimed by Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who secured 66.17% of the total votes in the district. He received 278,804 votes in his favour. Sajith Premadasa, who led the district, meanwhile received only 108,906 votes in his favour, while securing 25.85% of the total votes. Premadasa was also defeated by Rajapaksa at his electorate in Tissamaharama with a 48,000 majority. It was once again Anura Kumara Dissanayake who secured the third place in the district with 26,295 votes in his favour. Meanwhile, the Kurunegala district saw the president-elect securing the highest number of votes. Rajapaksa secured 652,278 and 57.90% of the total votes in the district. Sajith Premadasa followed him with securing 416,961 votes with 37.1% of the total votes. Anura Kumara Dissanayake was again in the third place with 36,178 votes in his favour. The president-elect also secured the top spot in the Putlam district today with 230,760 votes. Sajith Premadasa followed him with 199,356 votes in his favour and a 43.91%. Anura Kumara Dissanayake secured the third position in the district with 12,912 in his favour. Meanwhile, in the Anuradhapura district, SLPP's Gotabaya Rajapaksa again claimed victory by securing 342,223 votes in favour. This amounted to 58.97% of the total votes cast in the district. Sajith Premadasa received only 202,348, which amounted to 34.87% of the total votes. Anura Kumara Dissanayake secured the third place in the district's presidential race with 22,879 votes in his favour. The total result of the decisive Polonnaruwa district showed the president-elect securing 53.1% of the total votes. Gotabaya Rajapaksa received 147,340 in his favour. New Democratic Front's presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa went on to receive 112,473 with a 40.47% of the total votes. Although President Maithripala Sirisena's SLFP supported Gotabaya Rajapaksa during the 2019 presidential race, he was able to secure a voting percentage which was lower than what President Sirisena had secured in 2015. National People's Power candidate Anura Kumara Dissanayake secured the third place with 12,284 in his favour. Gotabaya Rajapaksa also claimed the Ratnapura district with a 59.93% of the total votes cast. He secured 448,044 votes in his favour. Sajid Premadasa received only 264,503 votes, which was a percentage of 35.38% of the total votes. Sajid Premadasa received only 264,503 votes, which was a 35.38% of the total votes. Anura Kumara Dissanayake was in the third place with 18,887 in his favour. Meanwhile, the Kegaul district too was secured by the president-elect. He received 320,484 votes in his favour, which amounted to 55.66% of the total votes in the district. Sajid Premadasa meanwhile received 228,032 votes with a 39.60% of the total votes. Anura Kumara Dissanayake obtained a considerable 15,043 votes in his favour. Victory in the Kandy district was also secured by Gotabaya Rajapaksa with 50.43% of the total votes. He received 471,502 votes in his favour. Sajid Premadasa followed him by securing 417,355 votes in the district. Anura Kumara Dissanayake was in the third place by obtaining 23,539 votes. In the Matale district, the president-elect received 187,821 votes, amounting to 55.37% of the total votes. Sajid Premadasa secured 134,291 votes in his favour with a 39.59% of the votes. Anura Kumara was again in third place, obtaining 8,890 votes in his favour. The full result of the Nuwara district showed a win for Sajid Premadasa with a 58.28% of the total votes. He had obtained 277,913 votes in his favour. Gotabaya Rajapaksa meanwhile secured 175,823 votes, which amounted to 36.87% of the total votes. Although leader of the Ceylon Workers' Congress Arumugam Thondaman extended his support to Rajapaksa for this year's presidential election, it was Premadasa who managed to claim the victory in the district by about a 100,000 majority votes. Anura Kumara Dissanayake secured third place with 5,891 votes in his favour. The Badula district meanwhile was claimed by Gotabaya Rajapaksa with 276,211 votes in his favour. Premadasa followed him with a close 251,706 votes. This was the polling district where Minister Harin Fernando extended his support for Premadasa's victory. Anura Kumara Dissanayake was in the third spot with 14,806 in his favour. The Munaragala district was also won by the president-elect with a 65.34% of the total votes in the district. He received 208,814 votes in his favour. Sajid Premadasa meanwhile received 92,539 votes in his favour, which amounted to 28.95% of the total votes in the district. Anura Kumara Dissanayake secured the third place but with a considerable number of votes, amounting to 11,235. Patiklo district was secured by Sajid Premadasa with 78.70% of the total votes. He received 238,649 votes in his favour. Gotabaya Rajapaksa was only able to secure 38,460 votes, which amounted to 12.68% of the total votes. MLAM Hizbullah secured third place in the district with 13,228 votes in his favour. Meanwhile, the Trincomalee district was also claimed by Sajid Premadasa with 72.10% of the votes in the district. He secured 166,841 votes in his favour. The president-elect was only able to secure 54,135 votes in his favour, which amounted to 23.39% of the votes. Anura Kumara Dissanayake was able to again secure third place in the district after obtaining 3,730 votes in his favour. The Digamadula electoral district meanwhile was claimed by Sajid Premadasa, who secured 63.9% of the total votes cast. He received 259,673 votes in his favour. Gotabaya Rajapaksa was only able to secure 135,058 votes, amounting to 32.82% of the total votes. Anurakumara Disanayaka secured the third place with 7,470 votes in his favour. The Jaffna electoral district was claimed by presidential hopeful of the New Democratic Front Sajid Premadasa with 83.86% of the total votes. He received 312,722 votes in his favour. The president-elect was only able to secure 23,261 votes, which was a 6.24% of the total votes. In the Kites polling division, which was under the leadership of EPDP leader Douglas Devananda, who supported Rajapaksa, was also secured by Premadasa. Third place in the district was secured by M.K. Sivajalingam with 6,845 votes in his favour. Meanwhile, Sajid Premadasa also claimed the Vanni electoral district with 82.12% of the total votes in his favour. He received 174,739 votes. Gotabaya Rajapaksa was only able to secure 26,105 votes, which amounted to 12.27%. It was Aryavansha Disanayaka who secured third place in the district with 2,546 votes in his favour.
Gel scene action. Anti-germ mouthwash samagin in a close-up gel like a story ka start karanna.
New Democratic Front presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa, in an official statement conceding defeat, meanwhile, called on President-elect Gotabaya Rajapaksa to ensure a peaceful post-election environment, while also announcing that he is stepping down from his post as Deputy Leader of the United National Party with immediate effect. The statement came as final results continued to stream in, signalling the inevitable end to a hard-fought campaign that began with an even harder intra-party battle for the position of presidential contender.
දරුවාගේ අස්ථි ප්‍රතිශක්ති කරන පද්ධතිය සහ මානසික ක්‍රියා නිසි පරිදි පවත්වාගෙන යාමට දායක වන කැල්සියම්, විටමින් C සහ යකඩ අඩංගු මයිලෝ සමගින් පෝෂණයෙන් ඉදිරියට.
New Democratic Front presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa's statement, released before results were finalised, called on President-elect Gotabaya Rajapaksa to strengthen and uphold the democratic gains and institutions that paved the way for what is widely being hailed as one of the most free, fair and peaceful presidential elections in the country's history. He also called for a peaceful post-election environment free of retaliation and violence against supporters of his candidacy. While congratulating President-elect Rajapaksa, he proceeded to thank all voters who placed their trust and faith in him throughout what he termed a hard-fought and energetic campaign. While announcing his decision to also step down as Deputy Leader of the United National Party, the defeated candidate also revealed his intentions to reflect on his future political career following consultations with his supporters. We'll be back after a short break. Bear with us. Welcome back. You're watching First at 9. Now, Chairman of the Election Commission Mahinda Deshapriya held a much-anticipated media briefing to officially announce the winner of the presidential election 2019. Commenting on the overall conduct of the election, he offered kudos to the police and election officials, but lamented the lack of legislation for the control of state and private media organizations, which were accused of being partial by the chairman. He also called on the president-elect to assist the commission in holding all disappeared provincial elections without fail in the future.
In his opening statement at the official announcement press briefing following the presidential election, Election Commission Chairman Mahinda Deshapriya called the polls a raging success and commended all officials and the public for the peaceful conduct of the polls.
පාවිච්චි කළ මුළු ඡන්ද සංඛ්‍යාව 1,33,80,951යි. ඡන්දය පාවිච්චි කළ ප්‍රතිශතය 83.72ක්. අපි ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් සියලුම පුරවැසියන්ට ස්තුති කරනවා. 2019 නොවැම්බර් 16 වෙනි දින පවත්වන ලද ජනාධිපතිවරණයේදී දෙන ලද වළංගු ඡන්ද සංඛ්‍යාව වූ 1,32,52,499 අඩකට වැඩි එනම් 66,26,250ට වඩා වැඩි සංඛ්‍යාවක් ඡන්ද 69,24,250ක් ලබා ගනිමි. ශ්‍රී ලංකා පොදු ජන පෙරමුණේ මල් පොහොට්ටුව ලකුණින් තරම් කළ ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමා ජයග්‍රහණය කර ඇති බැවින්ද ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමා ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ජනාධිපතිවරයා ලෙස තෝරා පත් කරගන්නා ලද බව මැතිවරණ කොමිෂන් සභාවේ සභාපති මහින්ද දේශප්‍රිය සමාජික එන්.ජේ. අබේසේකර සමාජික එස්. රත්නජීවන් එච්. හූල්යන් අපි මෙයින් දැන් ප්‍රකාශ කර සිටිමු. තේරීපත්තු ගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමනි ඔබතුමාගේ මැතිවරණ ප්‍රතිපත්ති ප්‍රකාශනය අනුව ඔබතුමා කටයුතු කරනු ඇතැයි මුළු රටේම ජනතාව වෙනුවෙන් සහ අපි සියලු දෙනාම වෙනුවෙන් ඔබගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටිමු. තේරීපත්තු ගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමාටත් ස්වකීය දේශපාලන ප්‍රතිපත්ති ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීමට හැකියාව ලැබේවායි ශක්තිය ලැබේවායි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමින් ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම
உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி.
අවසාන ඉල්ලීම ගරු තේරීපත්තු ජනාධිපතිතුමනි අතුරුදන් කරන ලද පළාත් සභා ඡන්ද විමසීම කඩිනමින් පැවැත්වීම සඳහා ක්‍රියා කරනු මැනවි.
இறுதியாக ஒரு விண்ணப்பம் தெரிவு செய்யப்பட்டுள்ள
රටේ පොදු ජනතාවගේ තීරණයට හිස නමමින් හත්වන ජනාධිපතිවරයා හැටියට පත් වුණු අතිගරු ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමාට මගේ සුබ පැතුම් මේ අවස්ථාවේදී එකතු කරන්නට කැමැතියි. සොඳුරු මාතෘ භූමියක් නිර්මාණය කරන්නට සිවිල් පුරවැසියෙක් හැටියට ඉදිරි කාලයේදී මට ලබා දිය හැකි උපරිම දායකත්වය ලබා දෙන්නට කටයුතු කරනවා කිය.
ප්‍රථමයෙන්ම මම ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා මේ රටේ මහ ජනතාව මා කෙරෙහි විශ්වාසය තබලා ඔබගේ නව ජනාධිපතිවරයා වශයෙන් පත් කර ගැනීම පිළිබඳව ඔබ මා වෙත තිබූ ඒ විශ්වාසය ඒ අයුරින්ම මම ඉටු කරන බව සියලු දෙනාටම දන්වන්නට කැමැතියි. ඒ වගේම මම මැතිවරණ කොමිෂන් සභාවට එම සමාජික සභාපතිතුමා ඇතුළු සමාජික මහතුන්ට මගේ ස්තුතිය පුද කරනවා සාමකාමී නිදහස් සාධාරණ මැතිවරණයක් පැවැත්වීම ගැන. මා ජනතාවට ඉදිරිපත් කළ මගේ ප්‍රතිපත්ති ප්‍රකාශනයේ සඳහන් ඒ සියලුම කරුණු මගේ දූර කාලය තුලදී ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන බව මම ඔබ හැමතෙම සතුටින් කියන්නට කැමැතියි. ඒ වගේම අපේ සභාපතිතුමා මතක් කර දුන් පරිදි මේ රටේ පැවැත්විය යුතු මැතිවරණ නියමිත කාලය තුලදී පැවැත්වීමට මාගේ සම්පූර්ණ සහාය මෙම සභාවට දෙන බව මතක් කරන්නට ඕනේ. ඒ වගේම සාමකාමී මැතිවරණයක් පැවැත්වීම සඳහා අපේ තිබුණු සමහර මැතිවරණ සංස්කෘතිය වෙනස් කර ගැනීමට හැකියවීම ගැන මම සන්තෝෂයි. මගේ මැතිවරණ ව්‍යාපාරය තුලදී මා කිසිවෙකුව විවේචනය නොකරපු අතර පෝස්ටර් සහ ප්ලාස්ටික් පාවිච්චි කිරීමෙන් තොරව මගේ මැතිවරණ ව්‍යාපාරය කරගෙන යාමට මම පමණක් නොව මට සහාය දුන් සෑම දෙනාගෙන්ම මා ඉල්ලා සිටියා. ඒ වගේම මට ඡන්දය දුන්නු අය පමණක් නොව මට විරුද්ධව ඡන්දය පාවිච්චි කරපු සියලුම රටවැසියාගේ ජනාධිපතිවරයා බව මම හොඳින්ම තේරුම්ගෙන තිබේ. එනිසා ආගමක් ජාතියක් ගැන නොතකා ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයන් වශයෙන් මේ රටේ ඉන්න සෑම ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයෙකුටම සේවය කිරීමට මා බැඳී ඇති බව මා හොඳ ආකාරව දන්නේ. ඒ කාර්යය ඒ අයුරින් ඉටු කිරීමට මම වග බලා ගන්නවා.
The president-elect then departed the premises to much public acclaim.
New President-elect Gotabaya Rajapaksa is better known as the wartime Defence Secretary of Sri Lanka, who played a key role in bringing the 3-decade-long war with the terrorist group LTT to an end. With the ex-Defence Secretary set to take oath as the head of state at the Ruanveli Sai in Anuradhapura at 11 in the morning tomorrow, here's a look back at his journey. Gotabaya Rajapaksa first came into focus among the Sri Lankan people after he was targeted in a bomb attack on the 1st of December in 2006 at the Pittala Junction in Colombo. During that time, he was the Defence Secretary in President Mahinda Rajapaksa's government and rendered a great service towards defeating the terrorist group LTTE. As he created a leadership by motivating the Tri-Forces through projects such as Api Wenuwen Api, Gotabaya drew praise from many. An old boy of the Ananda College in Colombo, Gotabaya Rajapaksa started his professional career in the Sri Lanka Army on the 26th of April in 1971 as a cadet officer. He played an active role in many military operations in the north and was felicitated with Rana Vikrama and Rana Shura medals, while he also served as a commanding officer at the Kotalavala Defence Faculty. Holder of a postgraduate degree in information technology, Gotabaya spent some time overseas following the end of his career in military, but returned to Sri Lanka in 2005 after Mahinda Rajapaksa was elected the president of the country. He rendered a commendable service during the Elam War 4, which was triggered with the Mavilaru humanitarian operation by developing a seamless coordination between the Commander-in-Chief and the security units. During that time, when Sri Lanka and its security forces were facing allegations levelled by LTTE sympathisers on international platforms, Gotabaya was bold enough to respond to them.
No, I'm not worried because I have not done any crime.
You see, as you know, that is not...
fighting terrorism a crime?
Depends how you fight it.
Yeah.
Depends what you do.
There is only way to fight terrorism.
In recognition of his immense contribution towards ending the war, the University of Colombo awarded him an honorary doctorate. The program he launched to rehabilitate 13,000 ex-LTTE cadres and repatriate them into society also drew praise from international quarters. In 2009, Gotabaya Rajapaksa was given reign of urban development. The Suhrupaya Administrative Complex in Battaramulla, the Defence University Teaching Hospital in Verahara, the Fish Market in Paliagoda, the Army Hospital in Narahempita, the modernisation of the area in and around the Colombo Racecourse as well as the arcade premises, the renovation and conservation of Colombo and Gould Dutch Hospital, Bere Lake Development Project, Floating Market in Petta, Gold Road Development Project, Bogambara Prison Development Project and various new housing projects are some of the eye-catching initiatives launched by the former Defence Secretary. In addition, it was Gotabaya Rajapaksa who took the initiative to fill the long-felt void of a Tri-Forces headquarters by laying the groundwork for what is dubbed the Sri Lanka's Pentagon in Akuragoda in Palavatta. Formation of the Viatmaga Professional Organisation in 2016, criticising the economic and social injustices during the government of good governance, was also done in line with the concept office. Rival factions released various bogus rumours against Gotabaya in a bid to remove him from the presidential race, amongst other measures, but all such attempts proved futile. Refusing to be dragged into a political culture of mudslinging, the former Defence Secretary only engaged in dialogue with the people. This approach of his was vindicated yesterday as a majority of Sri Lankans placed their collective trust in him at the polls. AdaDerana congratulates Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who will take over the country's future for the next 5 years, becoming the 7th Executive President of Sri Lanka. Opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa, meanwhile, urges the supporters and party activists to celebrate the election victory of President-elect Gotabaya Rajapaksa in a peaceful manner without inconveniencing others. Issuing a special statement today, the opposition leader went on to say that a program to deliver justice to all those who have been subjected to persecution and harassment by the government over the last 5 years will be initiated. He also extended his gratitude to Sri Lankans for defeating the government, which engaged in backdoor deals with various ethnic and religious groups based on narrow political agendas. He said that time has come to put an end to the dangerous game of promoting religious and ethnic chauvinism for political purposes. The statement further said that once the new president takes oath, the provisions of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution will be studied and an immediate program of action will be planned accordingly in order to address complications in the governing system. Highlighting the President-elect's election manifesto, opposition leader also noted the need to introduce constitutional and legal reforms to revive the economy. We'll return after this short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching First at 9. Now, following the defeat by New Democratic Front presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa, a widely expected string of resignations have been announced by government cabinet and non-cabinet ministers. Chief among these came from Ministers Mangala Samaravira and Harin Fernando, both key figures behind the support for Sajid Premadasa candidacy within the United National Party. In the meantime, UNP Chairman Minister Kabir Hashim also says that he too resigned as Minister of Highways and Road Development and Petroleum Resources Development, as well as from UNP chairmanship.
It didn't take long for resignations by government ministers to stream in following the conceding of defeat in the presidential election 2019 by New Democratic Front presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa. Cabinet Ministers Mangala Samaravira and Harin Fernando both announced their resignations from their respective portfolios of finance and sports, telecommunications and foreign employment today, along with non-cabinet Minister of Digital Infrastructure and IT, Ajit P. Pereira. Former Minister Harin Fernando, however, went a step further by announcing his decision to also step down from all party positions held in the United National Party as well. Both Fernando and Pereira took to Twitter to announce their decisions, while former Minister Samaravira sent his letter of resignation to outgoing President Sirisena, copying Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. In the meantime, Minister Mangala Samaravira posted another controversial tweet which said, quote, "My weep for my beloved country. May the blessings of the double gem, Buddha and Dhamma be with Sri Lanka," unquote.
Following the comprehensive victory in the 2019 presidential election, several international leaders posted congratulatory messages for President-elect Gotabaya Rajapaksa even before the final result was announced.
The US Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Elena B. Teplitz, took to the Twitter today and congratulated the people of Sri Lanka on the democratic election. She said, quote, "We look forward to working with President-elect Gotabaya Rajapaksa on issues of good governance, economic growth, the advancement of human rights and reconciliation in support of a strong sovereign Sri Lanka," unquote. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi too took to Twitter to send his wishes and said, quote, "I look forward to working closely with you for deepening the close and fraternal ties between our two countries and citizens and for peace, prosperity as well as security in our region." In the meantime, President of the Maldives Ibrahim Mohamed Soli too was eager to send his well wishes to Sri Lanka's new president-elect. In his tweet, Soli said, quote, "I look forward to working with your new administration to further the already close and fraternal ties between Maldives and Sri Lanka," unquote.
Furthermore, members of the Buddhist clergy as well as parliamentarians had their say following the former Defence Secretary's election to the President's office.
කිසිම ජාති වේදයක් මේව මොකවන්නටුව සමස්ත ජනතාවට ඉතාමත්ම හොඳින් සලකමින් මේ රට සාමකාමී රටක් බවට පත්කර ගැනීමට ඔබතුමන්ටත් මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ හිටපු ජනාධිපතිතුමන්ටත් අපි බොහොමත්ම ආයාචනා කරනවා.
ජනාධිපති අපේක්ෂකත්වයේ හිටි ප්‍රධාන පෙළේ දෙතුන් දෙනා ඉතාමත්ම ආදර්ශමත් විදියට වේදිකාවේදී කටයුතු කළා. මුළු ලංකාවටම නායකත්වයක් පත් වුණේ. ඒ නිසා දැන් මේ නායකත්වය හැම දිනම සියලු දිනම පක්ෂ විපක්ෂ ભેදයක් නැතුව බාර ගන්නට උන. ඒ වගේම ඒ කාල සීමාව පත් වුණ නායකයාට වැඩ කරගෙන යාම සඳහා හැම දිනාගෙම සහයෝගය ලබා දෙන්නට උන. අන්තවාදය අපට පේනවා මේ මැතිවරණිනුත් ක්‍රියාත්මක වුණු බවක්. ඒ වගේම තව පැත්තකින් ඒ අන්තවාදයට දිය යුතු පිළිතුරක් ලබා දීලා තිබෙනවා.
මගේ මේ අවුරුදු 41 කාල සීමාව තුළදී පාර්ලිමේන්තු මන්ත්‍රීවරයෙක් කෙරෙහි මේ තරම් සාමකාමී මැතිවරණයක් මම දැක්කේ නැහැ. ඔව් ඉතින් ඒ මිනිස්සු මොකක් හරි මෙයාගේ ප්‍රකාශයකට මේ ප්‍රතිපත්තියකට අගය කරලා තමයි දෙන්න ඇත්තේ. එයාගේ ප්‍රතිපත්ති ප්‍රකාශනේ ඒගොල්ලන්ට සතුටුදායකද?
එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂ ආණ්ඩුවේ අදුරදර්ශී පාලනය නිසා සහ දේශපාලන පරිගැනීම් කිව්වම අපෙන් විතරක් නෙමෙයි මෙරටේ සාමාන්‍ය ජනතාවගෙන් අසාධාරණ බදු ගහලා වැඩ තහනම් කරා සේවා ස්ථාන මාරු කරා සහ රාජ්‍ය ආයතන පෞද්ගලීකරණය කරා. ඒ වගේම රටේ අහිතකර කිවිසුම් ඊළඟ මේ රටේ ස්ථාපනය කළා මෙරටේ ජන ජීවිතය කඩාගෙන වැටුවා. ඉතින් ඒ තුල මේ රටේ ජනතාව සැබෑ වෙනසක් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙලා හිටියා. ඉතින් මේ වෙනස අද මේ රටේ ජනතාව මැතිවරණයෙන් ඔප්පු කරලා පෙන්නලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම තමයි උතුර ජනතාව අපට හම්බුනේ ඡන්ද කීයද ඒක හම්බුනේ පොජ්ජන පෙරමුණට සහ ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ මහත්මයාට සහ මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ජනාධිපතිතුමාට. හැබැයි එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂ අපේ සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහත්තයාට හම්බෙච්ච සියලුම ඡන්ද එතුමාට හම්බෙච්ච ඒවා නෙමෙයි දෙමළ සංධානයට හම්බෙච්චා. ඉතින් ඇත්තෙන්ම උතුරු නැගෙනහිර දෙමළ සංධාන ඡන්ද ටික අයින් කරාම ඒගොල්ලොත් සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහත්තයා එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂ ගොඩෙන් අයින් වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් අපි එක පැත්තකින් සතුටු වෙනවා. අද මේ රටේ ජනතාව දෙමළ සංධානට පණිවිඩයක් දුන්නා. තව දුරටත් මේ රටේ දේශපාලනික වශයෙන් තීරණාත්මක සාධකයේ බවට දෙමළ සංධානයපත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන පණිවිඩය දුන්නා. අනිත් පැත්තෙන් අපි සතුටු වෙනවා. එතරම් බලපෑම් තියෙද්දිත් උතුර ජනතාව සැලකිය යුතු ප්‍රමාණයක් ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ මහත්මයාට දෙමළ සංධානයේ කීම නොතකා අපි දෙක ඡන්දෙ දුන්නා.
Now, meanwhile, celebrations erupted across the island with the certainty that Gotabaya Rajapaksa will be the next president of Sri Lanka following his historic win in polls.
With the release of the presidential election results, many including members of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna arrived at the residence of the newly elected President Gotabaya Rajapaksa in Mirihana to offer congratulations. Many, including the SLPP members, also congratulated opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa at his Carlton residence in Tangol. In the meantime, SLPP's party organizer Basil Rajapaksa was not forgotten as party members visited the former minister to offer their well wishes at the SLPP office in Battaramulla. Former Defence Secretary and President-elect Gotabaya Rajapaksa's victory in polls was celebrated in the Kurunegala district with a tree-planting campaign by SLPP supporters. People of Bandaragama also expressed their adulation over Gotabaya Rajapaksa becoming the 7th executive president of Sri Lanka. Various other victory celebrations were also worked off in many parts of the country to mark Gotabaya Rajapaksa's win in the race to the president's office.
A new future dawns tomorrow. That's all from us at First and 9. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.